Hi, job seekers. It's Jasmine here, and today we are going to be diving into a topic that we've all faced at some point. That is job application rejections. We are here to crack the code on why some applications don't make the cut, and most importantly, what you can do about it. So, I'm going to be going over 7 reasons why you might be experiencing rejection at the rate that you are, and what to do about it. We're going to start with the applicant tracking system. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. I'm going to give you a brief overview. So, think of the applicant tracking system, or ATS, as a digital gatekeeper that companies use to sort and rank resumes. So, basically, your resume is scanned by this system called the ATS before a human ever sees them. So, almost all Fortune 500 companies use an applicant tracking system of some sort. It is a program, a software that they pay for. So, you have probably encountered one or many during your job hunt. It's actually very unlikely that you never have. How do I know if I'm being rejected by the applicant tracking system? It's pretty simple. Most of us have experience being rejected by an automated message that goes into our email, and it's not even a real person that's emailing us, right? A it's an automated response. It's a robot basically saying, unfortunately, you were not selected to move on in the process, and we will be looking at other applicants. Best of luck on your job hunt. But you have to imagine if you were HR at a company like Microsoft or Boeing or Google, these people are receiving thousands of applications, probably over 1 million applications within a year. They are not able to sort through those on their own. So, of course, there is an applicant tracking system in place that is sorting and vetting through resumes for them. Said resumes don't play nice with the applicant tracking system. It is very likely that your resume was never even seen by a real recruiter. The main reason why is because of keywords. Keywords are crucial. You've probably heard this before, and you've probably, seen advertisements showing you programs and softwares that highlight keywords for you. If you don't know about any of those, I'll link a couple resources in the description. So, for example, if you are looking for a facilitation job and you have teaching experience, facilitation is not the same as teaching. Teaching is not the same as instructing. Instructing is not the same as facilitation. You need to use the exact language that is in the job description. Now, you and I know that all of those things are pretty similar. They all involve public speaking and classroom management and teaching an audience. But the applicant tracking system is not human. Okay, you need to use the exact words that are in the job description in order to get your resume through to the next level. There is so much more information and videos out there about the applicant tracking system that you can go and do your own research on, in your own free time. But for now, I am going to pause real quick and be right back before we get into the next segment. Okay, if I'm doing this right, I should have a graphic on the screen for you to look at. I want to talk about advertised versus unadvertised jobs. So there is a hidden job market. About 70 to 80% of the job openings out there are not even publicly advertised. So that means the majority of us who are on LinkedIn and ZipRecruiter and Indeed are applying in this 30% pool, making that 30% pool of public job posts very, very oversaturated and highly, highly competitive. Now, with the use of AI, people are just like copying and pasting job posts and job listings, and their resumes, and they're just submitting, AI cover letters and AI resumes left and right. So, I don't personally know how the applicant tracking system is responding to that, but because it's a very, very oversaturated market, it's hard right now for everyone to get a job. And we're all competing for just a very small amount of this 70 to 80% chunk of jobs, and job seekers who are attaining their jobs in other ways. So how do they go about that? It is all about networking. So something that I challenge you to do is do a quick Google search of networking opportunities, networking events that are coming up in your local area. So just look up a few opportunities to get out there in person, because the majority of these jobs are being filled through word of mouth, by shaking hands. And, people prefer this right now, especially with the rise of, these AI resumes and stuff. You don't know what's real. It really helps to put your human face forward in front of other humans. Another reason you might be getting rejected when it comes to the hidden job market is because companies just want to hire internally, or they want to hire based off of other employee referrals. So when their current employees refer people that they know to come work at the company, it saves the company money. It is not a reflection of you. It's just a thing, and it's just a thing that businesses do to save money. They promote within, or they seek referrals, and they actually offer incentives to their employees to go out and refer their friends, so that they don't have to make public job listings, because public job listings cost money. So focus now on building those connections at those companies and within the field that you're interested in. So another reason why you might be getting rejected, and this is the fourth one on my list, you might not be tailoring your resume well enough. It's not about just inserting a few keywords to try to get through to the applicant tracking system. You actually need to tailor your resume for the job and for the company you are applying for. There is no general customer service representative job. No, I mean resume. There is no general customer service resume. There is no general HR resume. You actually need to create a resume that shows that your values, your skills, your knowledge, your abilities align with the company and the role that the company is looking to fill. So a lot of us kind of skip this step and we just send our resumes out to everyone. But this really doesn't fly. But if you're applying online and you have time to look at specific job posts and you have time to do research on the company, you have to tailor your resume with every application. The fifth thing I want to talk about is translating your skills. So if you're switching industries or you're coming from a different background, translating your skills is a must. Do not assume that a recruiter will understand how your previous skills apply to what they're looking for. You actually need to spell it out for them. For example, if you've worked in hospitality, that means you probably have strong customer service and problem solving skills. Maybe even a little bit of crisis management, and you're quick to think on your feet. If you're applying for a remote tech job, you're going to need to highlight how those previous skills transfer over to handling customer inquiries and troubleshooting issues and talking to people on the phone. But you definitely have gained skills in your previous employment that allow you to work at your next job. You just have to figure out how to articulate those things. And there's a lot of tools out there that you can use to help. 6, let's talk about ghost jobs. Have you heard of ghost jobs? So, have you ever applied for a job and then it just disappears without a trace? You might have encountered ghost jobs. And then there were jobs that I was genuinely interested in, but I would never hear back from them. Okay, we have all encountered ghost jobs. So sometimes companies post listings just to test their market. They just want to see what talent they have, build a pool of candidates, and then possibly save some of that data so they can have, an understanding of what the job market is like, or not the job market, but the candidate pool and what the job seeker market is like in that area. HR and talent and recruit teams, they use these websites to help them paint a picture of what the talent is like in a certain area. Yes, it is frustrating, but the good news is you don't have to take it personally. Just keep applying and don't ever put all your eggs in one basket because you know. So, do you think you're overqualified? Um, there was a time where I was applying to so many jobs. Now I have a master in law and legal studies, so I did not pursue a JD. Therefore, I cannot officially practice law, but there are other things I can do kind of in the field of advocacy and, negotiations, mediations, things like that. I am very overqualified for some of the roles that I was applying for. You need to focus on your willingness to grow with a company. So, let me explain that. So, hiring managers are going to worry that you'll leave as soon as a better offer comes for a role. You need to apply for roles at companies where you want to stay and you want to grow, because hiring managers want someone who's going to stay with them and grow. So they might actually pick someone who has an associate's or a bachelor's degree over picking me, because someone with an associate's or a bachelor's degree is going to value staying at that company probably more than me. And if they only have to offer me $60,000 a year and a $94,000 offer comes along, obviously I'm out, right? And it's very likely, if they have me, it's very likely that another job offer same field. So if you are overqualified, that is why you might be being rejected. Now, it's not just about education. I know I used education as an example, but if you have really, really amazing, valuable experiences on your resume, do not feel down when you are receiving hundreds of rejections from like lower level jobs. Okay, maybe you need to narrow down your search, and I'm thinking about making a part 2 to this little chit chat video. Maybe you need to narrow down your search to more valuable companies where you will receive value and that you can contribute to. All right, job hunting is tough, but now I hope you feel armed with a little bit. Use these insights, go ahead and adjust your strategies, and keep pushing forward because you've got this.